Such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Such a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. Look at that. Look at that behind me flying. You see that? Isn't that gorgeous? Hey family. Can we talk? Happy Sunday to many of you. Grand Rising to many of you. I have a message that's on my heart I want to share with many of you, for those who have ears to hear and you're willing to receive this message. It's also like a testimony of mine. I feel like that's the only way you can help people. You share your truth and your experiences. It was so beautiful out here. Anyway, I was just sitting here reflecting on my life, looking back, looking back. And, ooh, that's a big one. That is a big one. Y'all see that? I don't know if y'all saw it. It's a huge, big black bird. But anyway, I was reflecting, looking back over my life. It's been years, when I used to work at the hospital. And this was before I had my daughter. She's currently 11 years old. So I'm going to say going back as far as I probably say maybe 13 years ago. About 13 years ago. And while I was working at the hospital, right? In the position that I was in back then, it was called SPD, instrument tech, to where you clean and sterile surgical instruments, reprocessing them, And I was in that field for about 12 years total. But anyway, during this time, about 13 years ago, there was someone that, well, let me just say this real quick. My boss during this time, she wanted to do something different. She wanted to, instead of everybody just doing certain trades, instead of everybody just doing all the trades that come, when the trades are processed, instead of us all just jumping on the trades, which we normally do anyway, back then there were no everybody picking and choosing what trades they're going to do. We would just jump on them and do them, right? But she started to assign certain trades to us. And the way she did it, you would become specialized in those trades, And so for instance, whether it's ortho, foot and ankle, bariatric, GYN, you name it. So basically, my boss she wanted to, assign each of us to special trades. Even though we're doing other trades, when those trades come out of the washer, she wanted us to jump on them, So when the OR have a problem with the trades, they would come to you, Because they know when them trades come down, you're going to be the one that's going to jump on them, all right? So anyway, the coordinator, I've known her for years, But we wasn't really on the best of terms. And the coordinator person's like the lead tech. We wasn't really on the best of terms. So during the time when my boss was coming up with this idea, right? And the coordinator and her were in the office, You know, they were trying to decide who's going to be doing what. Now, here I am, ignorant. Let me say this real quick, family. If it's something that you don't want to do, don't put it out there, okay, with your words. Because people are listening and you don't know, not only who knows who, but you don't know who's going to be the snake, okay, is going to go back and tell somebody, okay? So if it's something that you don't like or whatever, just keep it to yourself. But here I am, operating my ego as well as being ignorant back then, because I didn't know then what I knew now. Here I am, like, I hope they don't have me do no bariatric. No, I don't want to do that. No. Because for one thing, I wasn't feeling confident in myself, thinking that I could do it. And I pretty much wanted to do trades that I was more familiar with, okay? But still, I'm putting it out there around everybody. Everybody discussing on what trades that they hope that they're, going to be assigned to. And I'm like, I'm too busy, talking about the trades that I don't want to be assigned to, which was really bariatrics. So I'm sure she was somewhat snooping around. She happened to, hear me say that. Either that or somebody, heard me say that and went back and mentioned that to, her or the boss, whatever. Make a long story short, we had a meeting, a department meeting, and my boss signed the bariatrics to me. And I was like crushed. I did not want to do those trades. I didn't want to be assigned to those trades, okay? And I was also looking at it as though, from the perspective, like most people, you're being picked on, they're trying to single you out because they know you didn't want to do those trades. So, why you are pretty much in victim mode, all right? Keeping it 100. I was in victim mode. I just didn't want to be assigned to those trades, because you have to be responsible for those trades that you are assigned to. And like anything you do every day, family, you're going to get it, okay? And that's even when it comes to a new job, a new position. Whatever you do every day, you're going to get it. You're going to pick it up, okay? But anyway, I wasn't really thinking about it from that perspective. All I know is, I was just crying over spilled milk, all right? And in victim mode, because I didn't want to do it. But shame on me for putting it out there that I didn't want to do it, okay? So learn that lesson as well. Keep your thoughts to yourself, all right? Don't let the right hand know what the left hand is doing, if you know what I mean. Or don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. You get where I'm going with this. So anyway, I'm going to make a point, but I want to go back a little bit. Family, in life, how we all may feel at times, like the enemy through people, okay? The enemy through people, and you know what I mean by that, okay? Spiritual wickedness in high places can influence people who are low vibrational to set you up, to sabotage you, okay? A lot of times we look at that from the perspective of, this is happening to me because, or I'm dealing with this situation because somebody's trying to sabotage me, right? It's like we can't really see the big picture. And back then I wasn't seeing the big picture for what it was. All I know is the enemy was working through these people. I felt like they were trying to sabotage me, and it really wasn't the case. It really wasn't. And maybe it could have been the case now, but when I look back on it, it wasn't the case. A lot of times, you are, let me say it like this, whatever the powers that be try to do to many of you, or try to do to me, your sister, and I'm going to make it personal, whatever the powers that be that I thought that were trying to do to me for my demise, as far as sabotaging me, it was really for my good, but I couldn't see that. Because see, the Most High God can use anybody to bless you. Okay? The Most High God can use anybody to bless you. And a lot of times we can't see it for what it is, because during this time, all we know is that whatever that's going on with us, we're seeing it in victim mode, okay? We're not really seeing it for what it is, if you know what I mean, okay? I was just seeing this situation as, okay, this is something I didn't want to do, and somebody that I knew that didn't really, care for me. was trying to sabotage me by, you know, trying to set me up to put me in a position I didn't want to be in, okay? But it was really a blessing in disguise. So the Most High God can use people to bless you, and it's really a blessing in disguise. That's the point I'm trying to make in this video, okay? And back then I couldn't see it, but I see it now when I look back over my life. And I'm sharing this information because I'm sure it can be a blessing to many of you. You know, when I got myself together and realized, you know what, whether I want to do these trades or not, it's part of my job. So I need to be obedient and do what's asked of me, okay? Because it's not like I didn't know the trade. I knew the trade. I just didn't want to be responsible for those trades coming down and I'm being assigned to them. So I went ahead and did my job. And I noticed the more I did them, the better I got. The more I did them, the better I got. I got so good till I was like real fast with them. I was knocking them out, and I was very accurate in my count of the trays and just doing the trays accurately. I got so good at it to where it grabbed me favor with OR. Okay, the OR department was over us. We was in the bottom, the basement, but the doctor would give me praise. You know, the team upstairs that worked in that department would praise me for doing such a wonderful job. They got to where they didn't want nobody else to touch those trays but me. And even though I was assigned to them, a lot of, when I wasn't at work, okay, like my shift was over, a lot of my co-workers didn't even want to touch the tray, okay, because they would leave them for me for the next day. And you know what? It didn't even bother me. It didn't even bother me. They could have done those trays, you know, but the fact that they decided to leave them for me to do, I went ahead and did them the next day and knocked them out. So I actually end up enjoying doing those trays. So the point I'm trying to make is, family, the plan that the enemy, that many of you may feel, as far as the traps, the enemy that many of you feel that's trying to be set for you, okay, it's really a blessing in disguise. Okay, because the Most High God is always a step ahead of the enemy. That's the only point I'm trying to make. You know, and really I feel like the Most High God be working with our enemies as far as, you know, giving them ideas. But to you, it's like a curse. To you, it's like you're being sabotaged. But it's really the Most High God working in your favor, but you can't see it. You can't see the opportunity for what it is because you're like me, crying over spilled milk, and you in victim mode. I had to learn to take those lemons and make lemonades with them, okay? And not complaint, but do what was asked of me. And the beautiful thing that came out of it was I learned it, I perfected it, and I was good at it. And see, the person that I considered, I'm not going to say they were my enemy, but the person that I considered that wasn't really feeling me like that, see, that which they were trying to do for my harm, God turned it around for my good. That's what I'm trying to make. So really, you know, my boss lady and the lead coordinator, you know, them coming up with this idea for me to do these trays, you know, it was really for my good. That's the point I'm trying to make, okay? And as I stated, you know, I end up enjoying those trays. I end up being grateful that I was assigned to those trays. You get it? It's like my thought process really changed, you know, how I looked at it. And everything's about really how we look at things, you know. We can continuously be in victim mode, or, you know, we can see things for what it is. Because I know the Most High God doesn't make any mistakes. None. See over there. So I just want to share this with many of you. I don't know what you're going through. I'm sure there are a lot of opportunities that are being presented to many of you, okay? But please, love, try to see things for what it is, okay? A lot of time, it's not many of you being cursed. A lot of time, it's not somebody just trying to sabotage you, you know. The Most High God can use anybody, even your enemies, to bless you, okay? And it is for you to see for what it is. I'm talking, and wow, I see angels as disguise. Look. I don't know if y'all can see all these beautiful birds up there. I see them. You see by that pole, all those birds. You see all those birds up there? Ain't they pretty? It's a lot of them too. They're just flying around. But anyway, I feel like it's a lot of opportunities that many of you are missing out because instead of seeing things for what it is, you know, you choose to go in victim mode and you procrastinate and you feel like maybe not good enough, because that's how I was feeling, like I wasn't good enough. This is my little mini me coming out.
Oh, sorry. Me on my hoverboard.
Go on over there and play.
Alright.
But anyway, I want to let many of you know you can do anything you set your mind to, even the things that you may not want to do. You know, take my advice from your sister. Don't put it out there. Don't let nobody hear you saying, I don't want to do anything. And as I stated back then, I was operating in being arrogant, and I also let my ego get the best of me. Stay over here, because some people just pulled up in the garage, so stay over here. Stay over here by the garage. So, a lot of times, as I stated, well, let me just say this. The moral of the story is, y'all already understand what I'm going to say. The moral of the story is, you know, a lot of times, people that we consider as our enemy, a lot of times they are a blessing in disguise, okay? You only see it for what it is if you let things play out, okay? Instead of popping off, getting mad, and crying over spilled milk, you know, just go with the flow. Go with the flow. You know, you never know what's going to come out of it, and I had to learn that. You never know what's going to come out of it, and for the most part, it will be for your highest good, okay? Something good is going to come out of it, but you will only know that for yourself unless you see things for what it is, okay? And the Most High God will also give you discernment, okay? Depending on where you are, okay? When it comes to your intuition, as far as you being in tune with it, the Most High God will give you discernment to read people, and you will always be a step ahead. You will always be a step ahead. Look at these leaves falling. They're
falling now. It's fall time.
You can tell it's fall time. These leaves are just coming down.
Yeah.
But anyway, I know this message is for somebody, and I'm sorry for being long-winded. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but sometimes you know, everybody just don't get things the first time. You know, sometimes you have to repeat yourself. But you know, everything I say with love. I just feel like somebody needed to stay over here. Put it down. You want back in? Get over there. Now, go ahead. I just feel like somebody needed to hear this message. That's all, family. I send you all much love and positive vibes your way. I don't know if many of you were able to check out the video that I did on, look at them leaves coming down. I don't know if many of you were able to check out the video that I did. It's in my community section on my backup channel, but it's amazing how things unfolded. Pretty much, if you really dissect that video that I did on my backup channel, when it comes to that mass shooting, you will see how a lot of things that I said, okay, the energy that I was picking up about this individual, it's amazing how a lot of it came to pass, okay, and a lot of it was accurate. So I'm saying this from the perspective of the Most High God will give you discernment to not only be able to read people to where you know what you're dealing with, okay? It will help you to be able to also be more empathetic towards people and to be able to bypass their foolishness, because you will see it coming a mile away. You will know that this person is okay for you to talk to and this person is not. You know what I'm saying? It will keep you from self-sabotaging yourself. So I thank the Most High God for the gift, and it can really protect you, and also it can help you as far as using using good discernment when it comes to the environment that you're in, okay? How to just read the energy in the room, if you know what I mean, okay? You get an idea what you're walking into. Hello, somebody. And not blend in with the energy, okay? Especially if it's low vibrational, but transmute it, okay? It is for you to change, okay, the atmosphere, not for the atmosphere to change you, okay? And that's for somebody also. Don't get caught up in the drama, okay? Don't blend in, as they say, or like Kool-Aid, which is very sweet, but you also know that Kool-Aid has sugar in it, and it can damage your teeth. So don't miss out on opportunities just because you feel like you're not ready or you're not good enough. Speak life over yourself, family, and know that you are good enough. Know also that you do have what it takes, but you must know that about yourself, and also validate yourself, because you don't need man validate you whatsoever, because God is within you. You validating you, God is validating you, okay? So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.